Hello everybody. Today we'll discuss physiology of electrocardiogram. Just a brief regarding history of electrocardiography. How we came to know that cardiac muscle is having electrical activity. So in 1855, Kolliker and Muller did a beautiful experiment. So this experiment, what he did, he took a skeletal muscle like this, okay, which is having its fiber. Now this muscle is having a innervation, okay. This is the nerve, this is the nerve, and this is the skeletal muscle. So what he did, he simply attached this to a heart. This is our Frog's heart, that is 3-chambered. So he touched this nerve on the heart. So what he observed, that when heart is beating, when this heart starts to beat, the muscle started to beat at same rate. For example, if the heart is beating at 30 beats per minute, so the muscle started to beat. So that indicates that there is some electrical current generated in the cardiac muscle, which is being carried by this nerve. It is going to the muscle and muscle is contracting. So this experiment proved that cardiac muscle is having some electrical current on it. So what they did, they placed the nerve of an innervated skeletal muscle on surface of beating frog's heart. The skeletal muscle twitched with each cardiac contraction. So this experiment proved that heart generates electrical activity. Means there is some electrical current present in the heart as it is being transferred by the nerve to the muscle and its contraction. So through that, scientists got some idea that there is some electrical current in the heart. So then what they observe, when we are keeping electrodes on the body surface like this and attaching to a voltage meter, so there is some change in deflections. Now this current which is in the heart, you can see these are the positive, means outside is positive, inside is negative, just like any nerve on any excitable cell of the body. Now this current inside the heart which is generated, it will be carried by the body fluid surrounding. So we are having extracellular fluid surrounding each and every cell. Now this carries this current towards the periphery. Now if you are keeping on our body surfaces like this electrical electrodes, there is some change in deflection. Now this deflection in electrical current on the surface recorded extracellularly is called as electrocardiogram. So these are the electrodes we are placing. One is a positive electrode, or we can say active electrode. Other is a negative electrode or indifferent electrode. So body fluids are good conductors as they are having electrolytes in them. We are having sodium, potassium, chloride, potassium inside the body fluids, that is ECF. So it is a good conductor. So when there is change in potential inside the cardiac muscle, this will be moving along the body fluids. So fluctuation in the potentials that represent the algebraic sum of action potentials of myocardial fibers can be recorded extracellularly, that will label as electrocardiogram or ECG or EKG. So basically ECG is recording of electrical event of heart. Mechanical event is something different. You have to be labeled at cardiac cycle. Now if you recall conducting system of heart, we have seen that cardiac muscles are of two types. One which are actually contracting, which are rich in actin myosin filament like atrial muscle, ventricular muscle. Others are modified to form specialized conducting cell like SA node, AV node, and all this bundle branches, bundle of phase. So when we keep electrodes on this individually, we will have their individual potentials. For example, on SA node, if you are keeping electrodes in a dissected rabbit or we can say guinea pig, we will observe that there is some action potential that is called as a pacemaker potential that we have seen in the previous lecture of properties of cardiac muscle. So that is classically it is showing a pre-potential here. So this is a pacemaker potential. It is not showing any plateau phase there. Then atrial muscle will have a different potential, which is having some slanting plateau will be there. AV node again will have a similar to SC node, because again it is a electrical generating fiber, just like SC node. So it will again have the same but a bit different as compared to SC node, but it will have a pre-potentials. Then common bundle branches, Purkinje fiber, and most important the ventricular muscle. So ventricular muscle will have a typical action potential showing a plateau phase in this. So now all this recorded, summation of all this is called as electrocardiogram, that is ECG. So each potentials is happening inside the heart, right from SC node to atrial muscle to AV node, common bundle branch, Purkinje fiber and ventricular muscle. Summation of all this on the surface of the body extracellularly is called as electrocardiogram. Now we will try to understand what is the most basic. In the ECG you have seen previously, some positive waves are visible and some are negative waves. Now I will tell you first what is the basic, why there is a positive wave and what is there is negative wave. Suppose this is the electrode which is showing a positive potential, and this is the electrode which is indifferent on showing a negative potential. Now if direction of electrical current is towards this positive electrode, current is like this. So we will have in the machine recording will be like this. It will show a positive wave. So this reason of positive wave is direction of electrical current towards the positive electrode. On the contrary, if direction of current is opposite to this one, going away from positive electrode, it will draw negative deflection. So mind well, positive wave and negative wave in the ECG is not depolarization or repolarization, mind well. It is a positive wave if the direction of electrical current is towards the positive electrode, and it is a negative wave like this if the current is towards the away or going away from the positive electrode. So this is the most basic principle of recording of ECG. So this is very important. Based on this only we can diagnose different conditions. So an upward deflection is written when active electrode becomes positive relative to the indifferent electrode. A downward deflection is written when active electrode becomes negative, means direction of electrical current is going away from the active electrode. So on this principle only we are getting positive wave and we are getting a negative wave of ECG. So we need to remember this. So here we can see we have placed a electrode here which is active electrode, and now we see the SC node. This is the SC node where there is actually generation of impulse. Now it is going towards the AV node and spreading over the atria. So what will happen now, because of this we'll have a upward deflection in this ECG. You can see there is upward deflection is there, and once it spreads to whole of the atrium, we'll have a positive wave. So this is the first positive wave in the electrocardiogram, which will label as a P wave. So P wave is positive. It is due to atrial depolarization. And why it is positive? Because direction of electrical current is like this. It is towards the positive electrode. So this is the first positive wave of ECG, that is called labeled as P wave. Then impulse will go from this AV node to the ventricle now. Now in the ventricle it will depolarize the septum first. So first part of the ventricle to get depolarized is the interventricular septum, which is from left to right, this direction, left to right it is. And now in this we can see this direction will be obviously away from positive electrode. So it will draw a negative deflection. So we have the first negative wave, that is a Q wave. It is due to interventricular septal depolarization, that is from left to right, this direction. Okay. Now after this, impulse will spread to bundle branches and whole ventricle will be depolarized. Now this direction we can see it is towards positive electrode, and as bulk of muscle is big one, no more number of cells are there, will have a big wave. So this in the ECG is called as the R wave. This is the R wave of ECG. It is due to ventricular depolarization. Okay, Q wave was because of interventricular septum, and as it is going away from positive active electrode from left to right, it is negative. And this R wave is first positive wave of ventricle due to full ventricular depolarization. And now last part of the heart to get depolarized is this base of heart. So you can see now this direction is away from active electrode. Okay, and due to this again it will give a negative deflection in the ECG. So this wave is called as the S wave. So this is the second negative wave of ECG. Now whole of this complex now will be called as, this is a QRS complex. It is due to ventricular depolarization. First Q wave was because of interventricular septum. Second R wave is because of the whole ventricle. And last S wave is due to base of the heart, which is depolarized in the last, and that is going away from active electrode. Like this, these are the events of ventricular depolarization. Now, as we know, there is a plateau phase, and that impulse has spread, and there is an isoelectric phase. That's why we'll have a plain isopotential line will be there. After that, the wave of repolarization starts. Now this repolarization is in opposite direction. So this is called as T wave. Okay, so this T wave is due to ventricular repolarization, and that is very fast. So we get a combined positive wave like this. So this is the T wave of ECG. So now in this you can see all these potentials which are recorded are summated. You can see these are the depolarization phases. This phase, and last phase. So now all this will coincide. You can see this phase is coinciding with the plateau phase. Okay. So in that almost there is a plateau in the ventricular, which is dominant muscle. So like this we are having 5 waves of ECG. P due to atrial depolarization, Q due to interventricular septal depolarization from left to right, R due to ventricular depolarization, S due to base of the heart which depolarized, and T due to ventricular repolarization. And the atrial repolarization phase gets submerged in all this. Because of the dominant ventricular muscle, it gets submerged, and that is not visible normally. So these are the classical waves of ECG recorded on a ECG strip, which we see during our practicals. This is the specialized paper on which we are doing a recording with a graphical presentation is there, so that we can record the duration of each waves. Average speed of this paper is 25 millimeters per second. Based on that we can do a calculation, which we'll see during our practicals how to calculate, because these are very important to find the conduction time across the SA node, AV node, ventricle, and whole heart rate also can be counted. So first P wave, PR segment, ST segment. So these all are, and this is the isoelectric line. So these are all important. We'll see the importance of each one. So first P wave is due to signals from SA node spreads through atria and depolarizes them. Atrial systole begins about 100 milliseconds after P wave begins during the PQ segment. This QRX complex, it marks the firing of AV node, means impulse has reached the ventricle, onset of ventricular depolarization. The ST segment corresponds to plateau in the myocardial action potential. PQ and PR interval, beginning of P wave and beginning of QRX complex. is the time period called as PQ interval. The normal PQ or PR interval is 0.16 seconds. So it indicates conduction time from SE node to AV node. If it is prolonged, it will indicate that there is a conduction delay. And if the R wave is absent after P wave, it indicates total conduction block. So here we are completing just in brief basics of electrocardiogram. Today I have taught you only what is basically electrical activity of the heart, how it is proved, what is the definition of ECG, and what is the basic principle of recording of ECG, why the waves are positive and negative, and we have seen different 5 waves of electrocardiogram: P wave, QRS and T wave. So in the next lecture we learn the physiological significance of each of this segment. Thank you.